A recent video got 2 million views, 100,000 likes, and almost 1,000 comments. And a lot of the comments were, how could a doctor take an entire career to catch up with a nurse's income who invested smartly from the beginning? Both doctors and nurses go to college, so we'll go ahead and get about $10,000 of debt to begin with. Then doctors go to medical school. During medical school, the average debt is about $300,000. Nurses go straight to the workforce and start making income over a 4-year period, and they make about $360,000. Then doctors have to go into residency program where they make a small salary, about $60,000 a year, so we're giving about $240,000 during that time period. Nurses might get a raise during that time, so we'll give them credit for $400,000 during that 4-year period. Now, both of them are at work at around the age of 32 when a doctor can start making doctor money, around $300,000 a year at this point. And a nurse may have got some additional education, making $110,000, and both are essentially locked into these salaries for the rest of their career. Now, the doctor entered the workforce with $390,000 of debt, and that is due to the compounding that occurred during medical school and during residency when they had the debt and they couldn't pay the debt down. Now, if the nurse knew $10,000 per year at 8% compounding interest, they would have $126,000 by the time that the doctor enters the workforce. Even with a doctor making $300,000 a year, $390,000 of debt is a mountain of debt. And you can't just use this to pay off that. The after-tax take-home income is probably $170,000 a year, leaving about $14,000 a month that you have to contend with paying for a new house and a new car, and even with an aggressive repayment schedule on a 10-year to liquidate that debt, that's $3,500 per month that you're paying debt. Now, over this time period that you're paying back this debt with the interest collecting, you're actually paying off $550,000 of debt, and you can do that by that payment over the next 10 years. Meanwhile, on this side, nurse is making $110,000, lower tax bracket, take-home income's probably $70,000 to $80,000 if they can put away $800 a month for a total of $10,000 per year. Adding on to this, by the time they're 45, they have $250,000 that have accrued at 8% interest. At 45, the physician is debt-free, and they're going to go ahead and flip that debt repayment into an investment schedule. They're going to start putting $3,500 away per month, or $42,000 away per year over the next 15 years. At 8%, that's going to give them $1.1 million in cash. On the other side, the nurse is going to continue to only put away $10,000 per year as opposed to the $42,000. But with this nest egg starting with $250,000, that also nets them at $1.1 million. Therefore, both resting on $1.1 million net worth at 60 years old if they invest smart and they invest early.